This is my October trading recap. I'm Unbiased Trading, and let's get straight into this. Now, as always, if you are kind of aware, if you've only watched any of my previous trading recaps, these are videos that are more rants. They aren't structured. I just have a couple notes here and there. It's mainly for me, and I guess just kind of showing transparency of how I'm doing. But overall, mainly for me to kind of look back on and be like, oh, look, I did okay in this month, or I did really badly, and it kind of helps with my review process. Now, I do a bit more journaling just based off this video and like off individual trades, but to try and to not give away everything, even though I do give away a lot of my kind of strategy stuff. Mainly, I just kind of walk you through how I'm feeling and the things I've kind of noticed. So as you can see on the right hand side, that is my TraderSync calendar. Now I personally use TraderSync. I just upload everything from my broker, which is currently TradeZero, but I do plan to move soon, and I don't personally endorse TradeZero or anything like that. They're okay. So we can see pretty much it was kind of a slow month, to be honest. Originally, the beginning of the month, I think until around, I know this is kind of weird because I probably said this now for the past like 2 months, because I think last month definitely got a lot hotter at the end of the month. I think even the month before did the same, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, really until I would say like the 24th or 25th. Well, I guess 26th when like I had that kind of first big trade. I didn't think I was gonna make much. On the 4th, I was like ecstatic that I made 2K on that trade. I think after the fees, it was about like 1,900 or 1,800. No, I think it was like 1,900 after fees. So overall, thought it was going to be a really good month, but then just ended up being quite slow, and I just kind of chopped around. Did 1R, lost 1R, made basically break even, then lost an R, and then kind of just went back. But let's get into maybe some more specifics. So this is the equity curve. So you can see like, a really big push at the beginning, most of the kind of gains, and then really chopped around for quite a while. Had a bit of a losing streak, and then really popped off at the end of the month. Now, the TraderSync stats. So my biggest profit was $2,225. Still, to be honest, quite blown away that I can make that much on a single trade. I think if you maybe go back like 5 months ago or 6 months ago, I think my biggest trade was like $500, maybe 600. Because back then I was only risking about 250. So I thought it was going to be quite a while until I see these kind of like $2,000 profits. But I've been trying to put on size more. I will say this month hasn't been great for that. I haven't done a very good job in that, but I'll get to that in just a bit. Biggest loss, $607. Now my R at the moment is 550. The reason for that extra 50 is mainly slippage. I think I got slipped on, I think I have the chart here, but I got slipped on one of the trades and lost just basically an extra $50, which, overall wasn't that bad compared to the actual trade. So not too bad about that. Profit and loss, 1.6. Win rate, a bit lower, to be honest. Finally had more of a kind of classic win rate of what I would expect. My win rate realistically should be around 68 to 70%. Anything really above that is pretty spectacular based on my kind of backtesting and my data analysis. So yeah, 69, pretty on spot, wouldn't really expect less. Overall, pretty good. Total 9 winners and 4 losses, so I think 13 trades in total, and I had 3 consecutive wins and 2 consecutive losses. So overall, pretty standard performance compared to basically all my testing, and it's kind of been like that for the past months. No kind of big outliers. So I do always feel a bit bad recording these videos because I don't have any insane one golden gem to tell you from the month. Overall, I've just been sticking to my process, and maybe that can be the golden gem for you guys. It's mainly I'm just sticking to the process, sticking to my system. I'm really just trading it. Next, we've got the largest loss. So this is what I got slipped on. It was INVO. Yeah, this thing went crazy. What do we? I got in at I think like 150, went all the way up to like $3. Or $3 like 30, I think. But yeah, I got out quite fast. Pretty much I got halted straight away as I entered. And then I just got out really after the halt because it went. So I think my stop originally on this was about 13%. If I'm not mistaken, maybe 13, 14. And just got slipped a bit extra. Overall, not a big hassle, especially after I saw the chart at the end of day. I was like, wow, that was a good exit. Overall, I could have lost way more on this. I got to say, these are the most frustrating trades. I haven't yet met a trader that doesn't get frustrated by these at all. Now, maybe there's a trader out there that doesn't, and congrats to him or her. But at least for me, these are the trades that nag me. These are the trades that really before it, like 2 years ago, would have destroyed my account 100% because I entered and I was like instantly in a hole. I was just instantly wrong the second I entered. And I could still feel that I had a bit of a fuse coming up there of being like, I was getting annoyed. But instantly, pretty much what I did was I looked away. I was like, I'm in the hole, so it's not going to come back for at least like 2-3 minutes. So I'll look away for a couple of minutes, came back, waited for the holes, and just got out pretty much as soon as I could get. I think I even had an order sitting to get me out pretty much the second it got it reopened. And I was just like, yeah, there was no reason I needed to stay in this trade. It was pretty much already, it was very close to my stop. So normally my rule is if I get halted very close to my stop, I just exit the second I get out, because realistically it's always going to be probably over, and I'm not going to try and do perfect precision and just get out exactly at my stop level and risk it moving another like 10%. It doesn't really make sense. The opportunity cost is huge, so I normally just try and get out straight away and just that's it. After this, what did I do? I think I just went I went downstairs to the gym. I think I had already done like small exercise in the morning, so I just did some kind of like bike, just on a stationary bike, listened to some music, and then treated myself to I think like a donut or something. I don't know. For me personally, I've my easy thing to make myself happy is just like a sugary treat. I don't know. Ever since I've been a kid, pretty much that's been the easiest way to do it. So normally if I'm having a really bad day and I'm just like, realistically, I haven't actually done anything bad today. I just feel shitty because I've just lost like $600 in like 5 minutes. I'd go get myself a donut or something and just kind of restore it that way. I guess not the most healthy option, but to be honest, in moderation, it's really not that bad, and it really keeps me up for the rest of the day. Next is the largest winner. This was ABVC. This made my goddamn month. Yeah, I got in, and this was complete opposite. It just started working. I didn't really have any stress on this trade. I just had my range orders set, and that was pretty much it. I came back at pretty much end of market and closed it out, and it was just beautiful. It was a great trade. This was the $2,200 win, so it was amazing to come back to. And overall, just a really simple trade. Was kind of textbook. Obviously not every trade's going to be like this, but for execution wise, it was very textbook execution. Now, takeaways. These are just some general notes I normally put in these, just to kind of like get some thoughts off what I've been kind of working on, or at least how my trading's been going. So overall, it was a good month. Just not as many opportunities at the start. Kind of like I think it was last month or the month before. Just the game was very slow. Took it in moderation. Discipline was pretty good. Didn't really trade. Well, I didn't trade anything that wasn't my setup. So overall, that's been very good. I didn't size up though. That was the big thing this month. As I wanted to size up, but the market started off so slow. I just couldn't push myself to size up, to be honest. I don't think I really have like a good excuse or any really big reason why I didn't. I just think I should have. And it was in my kind of, notes to size up at least by something. But no, I didn't size up at all. So I admit my kind of fault on that. And realistically, hopefully for next month, you'll see me risking $600, maybe $650. And we'll see how that goes. Now, that's going to obviously be kind of crazy to risk $650. I think it would be fine. I think I'll be able to do it, and hopefully you guys can see in a month if I was able to, at least get somewhat close to 650. Hopefully I'm at least at 600, and that's kind of where I want to be. Now, this month, I got to say, I was incredibly itchy to trade discretionary. I think a tweet that did pretty well recently was me saying that like I miss the adrenaline for manual trading, and a day doesn't go by where I don't miss the kind of a bit of the adrenaline, especially because I talk to some amazing discretionary traders, and also you can just see them on Twitter. And they're really inspiring. Like, don't get me wrong. I think some people see it in a negative way where, it is easier to break your system because you see other people doing really well. At least for me, how I try and channel it is just as all inspiration. And that's the reason why I'm trying to do trading, is to make those kind of big P&Ls, and kind of change my lives and, my family and all that kind of stuff. And I think that's why most traders do it. I haven't heard really any other reason trading except money. Obviously, I think as you get into it, it changes. And I do love the addiction of, data analysis, being able to face new challenges, new problems, and kind of evolve myself as well through trading. But originally, it's always the money. And I think a lot of the time it still is like a decent amount because of the money and the opportunity. But yeah, so this month I was looking into, adding maybe on pops, kind of like how the short bear does. I have done some like similar work to that before, and I've seen and calculated ways where it can work really well. I haven't implemented it into my trading. I think mainly, so sometimes I do get asked is like, I do talk to a decent amount of people that have a lot of strategy ideas, and sometimes people ask me, do I take from that? Do I try and like implement them into my own strategies? And fundamentally, I really don't. I think the main reason is it's quite daunting to me to change my strategies. I am aware that changing your strategies consistently and often is never good for anyone, and definitely not good for your P&L. So I normally really try not to do that, and also most of the time I'm just trying to dedicate capital to the strategies that I'm most confident in, best at executing, or algos. And I'm not at the moment don't have endless capital, so obviously that's a limiting factor there, and I'm building up more and more. But yeah, this month was definitely very itchy to trade discretionary. Luckily, I didn't, but I definitely could feel it. So I wanted to note that down just in case next month maybe I do slip up and I do trade discretionary. Then I could see that it was like a built up from this month. As I've had that before in trading months where there'll be one month where I really feel like I want to make huge amounts of money and I want to oversize, and then the next month I do, even though I was disciplined the previous month, but kind of just built up and I make that one mistake the next month. So yeah, we'll see. I don't think I will, but we'll see. You'll be able to see. Last one is making some awesome progress with a secret project. I've been working on this for like 6 months. It's been a very long time. I think it's something that's going to be really cool. I think traders will like it. But I will share more on that soon. But I want to note it down because hopefully soon there'll be something you guys can see. Just been very cool to work on. And lastly, I've been exploring adding one more small cap strategy. So currently I have 2 small cap strategies, but I only trade one on the day. This would be one that I would trade as well. So maybe I'd take 2 to 3 trades a day. Now, I don't personally want to execute that much. I don't think execution is my forefront or the thing I'm very good at. In an ideal world, I think I'd have someone execute for me and I'll just be doing the strategy creation, performance analysis, all that kind of stuff. That's more of what I think I bring to the table than very good execution, as I've seen what good execution looks like. And my execution is only good because it is incredibly simple. There's not many ways I could really mess up my execution. So yeah, I might do it. I think, to increase P&L, it definitely will. It'll increase win rate, to be honest, as well, because matched with the other strategies, overall, it's more likely that I'll be green on the day, which would be nice. I wouldn't mind that, but obviously then it also has the opportunity of having double loss days. So if I'm risking 650, then I would lose like 1.2 in a day. Now, if I did add another strategy, then maybe I'll split that, so 300 each or like 325 each, like kind of 2 bullets, if that kind of makes sense, 1 for each strategy. We'll see. I'm gonna see how it is, but I do think if I was gonna do it, it probably doesn't make 100% sense, because if I just dedicate more capital to the main strategy that I'm good at executing, it's probably going to be better for the long-term consistency and profitability than trying to implement another one at the moment. But that could be my mistake, and that's something that I'll have to see in the future. But yeah, that was pretty much everything. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed it, please like it and share it with anyone else who might be interested. And I really hope your month really went well. Leave any comments below, or send me a DM on Twitter telling me how your month went. And yeah, good luck for next month.